Hello everyone, welcome to a tutorial where we will be connecting an environmental sensor to the cloud using IoT Ensemble. If you are new to IoT, we will be going step by step in helping you get your first device up and running. If you have prior IoT experience, stick around and see how much time you can save using IoT Ensemble. There will be a link to the text version of this tutorial in the description where you can find links to everything you will need. We will be using the ESP32 board and environmental sensor from SparkFun that uses their quick cables that take all the hardware headaches out of the equation. Once you have your board and sensor connected, go ahead and plug the board into your computer via micro USB and the hardware setup is complete. Start off the software setup by going to the web page for this tutorial. Here we will find a link to the Arduino website where we can download the Arduino IDE. This piece of software allows us to get code onto our device. Once that is downloaded, open it up and follow the instruction steps. We can then go to our desktops and open the IDE. The IDE requires some configuration to work with our board and sensor, so we will open back up the browser and download some libraries to help us. When those two files have downloaded, go to your Arduino IDE screen. In the top toolbar, select Sketch, Include Library, Add to Zip Library. This will open up the file browser. Here you can locate the zip files and click Open on them. You will see I have an error message here because I have already installed these libraries. We then have one more library to add via the toolbar. Click on Tools, then Manage Libraries. In the search bar, type NTP client and install the library with that name, then close that window. In order for us to work with the ESP32 board, we will need to add a board definition. We grab a link to that JSON file off of the tutorial and then go back to our IDE. Here we click File, then Preferences, where we will find a field labeled Additional Manager URLs. We paste the link into that and then click OK. Then we click Tools, hover over Board and click Board Manager. Then type ESP32 into the search bar and install the board with the same name. Now we can find our board when we go back to Tools and hover over Board and ESP32 Arduino. This will show you a list of devices where we are looking for Adafruit ESP32 Feather. Once that board is selected, it is time to put code onto our device. We have written some code for you that will get you going with just a few changes. Find the code on the tutorial page and click the copy button in the top right. Then go back to the IDE, clear the code that is already there, and paste the new code. The next step is to get our device registered on IoT Ensemble. If we scroll down on the tutorial, we will find a link to the IoT Ensemble dashboard. If you are new to IoT Ensemble, this link will require you to sign up. IoT Ensemble is free for users with one device and no credit card is required. Go ahead and pause here if you need to sign up and we will pick back up once you are in the IoT Ensemble dashboard. Once enrolled, IoT Ensemble will give us a connection string to plug back into our code. Click on the orange box to copy the connection string, then we can go back to our IDE. In our code, find the line that says connection string, and paste our connection string within those quotes. We will need to find our device ID from within that connection string as well, so scroll across until you see device ID equals. Then copy everything after that equals sign until the semicolon. We then paste that device ID into the following line within the quotes as well. You then need to add your Wi-Fi password and ID. For For the sake of the tutorial, I am just going to add stars here. Now we are ready to add the code to our device. First, click the check mark in the top left of the IDE, save that file, and wait for it to compile. When it is done compiling, you can upload your code to your device by clicking the arrow next to the check mark. And when it is done uploading, it should now be communicating with IoT Ensemble. If we go back to the IoT Ensemble dashboard, we can enable the telemetry in the device's telemetry section. Here you will see your device ID, the time the data was sent up, and we can see the payload if we open up the green arrow section. Here you will see all the data we send up, including temperature and humidity. We also have a free board dashboard set up showing you an example of what you can do with your data. We provide you with your API keys, so you can choose which downstream services you use. This will be the end of this tutorial. If you'd like to see more, visit IoTensemble.com.